Arun Jaitley, the Finance Minister of India, went to London. There he went to the London School of Economics, rather the London School of Economics and Political Science. The Finance Minister of India, while addressing students, said that there is an alliance of subversion across university campuses in India. Alliance of subversion across university campuses in India, thus spake the Finance Minister in the erstwhile capital of Imperial Britain, London. The Finance Minister has insulted the academia of India. He has insulted the students. He's insulted the teachers. He's insulted all the other elements which make up the academic fraternity of India. The Finance Minister should apologize for the language that he's used against academia, against Indian academia, and that too on foreign soil. But at a broader level, perhaps the Finance Minister's remarks reflect the deep-seated paranoia, the deep-seated fear in the government and the BJP that there is in fact an instinctive alliance of subversion which is coming together across Indian campuses. And that instinctive alliance of subversion is predicated on undermining the fascist principle which is so intrinsic to the governance of the NDA and the BJP. And that is the alliance which challenges their fascism, which challenges their intolerance, which challenges their right to dominate the discourse, which is making the government both uneasy and paranoid. The violence which took place in Ramjas University, in Ramjas College, is absolutely abhorrent. But what is even more reprehensible is the attempt by senior functionaries of the government, by senior ministers of the government, to justify that violence. Let me make it very clear that nobody holds a brief for the balkanization of India. Nobody supports those who advocate the secession of India. But it is equally important to understand that the right to freedom of speech and expression includes the right to offend. The right to freedom of speech and expression includes the right to offend. And those offended have the recourse or have recourse to the law if the reasonable restrictions that circumscribe the freedom of speech and expression are in any manner transgressed. Violence is not the solution. The violence which took place in Ramjas College and the attempts to justify that violence by senior functionaries of the government is both fascist and it displays the arrogance of power. This violence would not have been possible if elements of the ABVP would have known that the Delhi police will become a silent bystander. So that is what emboldens people who otherwise are completely cowardly in their conduct to try and intimidate by the use of force and violence. And this is not an isolated incident. Ever since this government came into office 33 months ago, there has been an attempt to try and adjust the national discourse 90 degrees to the right. And if you look at it, the instances of the paid internet supporters of the Sangh Parivar trying to question the patriotism of that BSF Jawan, Tej Bahadur Yadav, who had exposed the inadequacies in the food which is served to the paramilitary forces, the manner in which lumpins of the BJP Shiv Sena blackened the face of their own colleague Sudhin Kulkarni in Bombay, the attempts to intimidate the former NDA minister Arun Jaitley by attacking his son, the events which took place in Patiala House, where again the Delhi police was a silent bystander. Before that, JNU, the campus of the Haryana Central University, Hyderabad Central University. So there is a pattern of intimidation and violence which goes across the country. And this challenges the fundamental precepts on which the Constitution of India rests, the ideals on which this country has been founded. And therefore the time has come for all progressive, pluralistic and patriotic forces to come together and fight this relentless assault on Indian democracy, which is being fronted by elements of the Sangh Parivar, but has the complete and absolute backing of the government right up to the level of the Prime Minister. And this is indicative of the kind of people the Prime Minister has chosen to follow on his Twitter handle.
नेता उड़ गए, टोपी उड़ गई, उड़ गए उनके कान, बीच सभा में खड़ा हो गया गधा सीना तान।